The forest has always been my prison. By daylight, it looks harmless, silver birch trees swaying in the breeze, the river whispering secrets to the wind. But under moonlight, it turns into something else. Every shadow moves, every leaf seems to breathe. And tonight, under the waning moon, I swear the woods are watching me. My father would kill me if he knew I was out here alone. A Luna doesn't wander past the boundary, he says. The Nightbane wolves prowl the borders when the moon wanes. But I couldn't stay in the compound another minute, not after another one of his council meetings, another argument about arranged bonding, another speech about loyalty and bloodlines. I wanted to breathe, to remember what freedom felt like before duty began to choke me. The cold air bites my skin, and the scent of pine and rain fills my lungs. I walk deeper into the trees, past the old boundary stones carved with Silverfang symbols. Every step is a rebellion. Every breath is treason. Then I hear it. A low growl too deep to be from any wolf I know. The sound vibrates through the ground, through my bones, through my pulse. My instincts scream to run, but something in that growl isn't a threat, it's a warning. I stop, my hand on the dagger at my thigh, and whisper into the dark. Who's there? Silence, then movement fast. A shadow crashes through the brush, and I spin, steel flashing under the moonlight. A figure emerges, tall, broad-shouldered, eyes glowing faintly red like burning embers. A Nightbane. I should scream, I should attack, but something freezes me, not fear, recognition. His scent hits me first. Smoke, storm, and something wild that makes my wolf rise inside me with a shudder. He steps closer, voice low and steady. You shouldn't be here, Silverfang. My heart slams against my ribs. Neither should you. He smirks, but there's no amusement in it, only pain, old and deep. You're far from home. The next border patrol would have ripped you apart. Then why didn't you? I whisper. His eyes flicker, crimson fatting to a strange golden hue. Because I remember what mercy feels like once. Before I can speak, a twig snaps behind me, more footsteps. Silverfang scouts, my father's patrol. Lucien, I don't know how I know his name, but I do, grabs my wrist and pulls me against him, his touch electric, almost burning. If they find you with me, he growls, they'll kill you. I can handle. No, he interrupts, and his voice softens in a way that steals my breath. You don't understand what I am. Before I can ask, he shifts, bones cracking, shadows twisting, and a massive black wolf towers over me. His eyes, the same haunting gold, meet mine one last time before he vanishes into the trees. My patrol bursts through the clearing seconds later, but I'm still frozen, staring at the spot where he disappeared, where my heart started beating differently. For the first time in my life, I feel something I was never meant to feel. Not fear, not hatred, but the beginning of a bond that could destroy everything. The forest hasn't felt the same since that night. Every time the wind shifts, I catch the scent of smoke and storm, his scent, as if the air itself remembers him. I've tried to convince myself it was just adrenaline, fear, imagination. But no matter how many times I tell myself that, my wolf refuses to believe it. Something inside me was marked that night. I've been restless ever since, snapping at my father's counsel, ignoring the warrior's stares, pretending I don't hear the whispers about the reckless Alpha's daughter. My father thinks it's the pressure of leadership. He's wrong. It's him. Lucien. I don't know why his name keeps echoing in my thoughts like a forbidden song. All I know is that every full moon since, I've found myself drawn back to the border, watching, waiting. And tonight, he's there. The wind carries his presence before I see him, heavy, wild, familiar. I turn slowly, heart pounding, and there he stands, half in shadow, half in moonlight. His eyes no longer burn red but shimmer gold, and he looks human, more human than anyone I've ever known. Still breaking the rules. His voice is low, rough, but there's a teasing edge now. Still haunting the borders, I answer, crossing my arms even as my pulse betrays me. He takes a step closer. I told you to stay away, Silverfang. And yet here you are. Something flickers across his expression, pain, maybe guilt. Because I couldn't stay away either. The silence that follows hums with something dangerous, magnetic. I should walk away. I should report him. But instead I say, "Tell me your name." He hesitates. Lucien Drax. The name hits like a thunderclap. Drax, the cursed Alpha, the one my father said was banished after slaughtering his own pack under the blood moon. The monster, the traitor, the reason the truce failed. But standing before me, he doesn't look like a monster. He looks like someone carrying too many ghosts. "What really happened?" I whisper. His jaw tightens. "You wouldn't believe me." "Try me." He looks away toward the forest, his voice quiet, weighted. The blood moon wasn't a curse. It was punishment. Someone betrayed the moon itself, and every heir born under its light carries that sin in their blood. I was born to end it or die trying. His eyes find mine again, and I see it then, the flicker of agony behind the gold. "Every time the blood moon rises," he says, "I lose myself. My wolf becomes something else, something that kills without memory. That's why I stay beyond your borders. That's why they call me cursed." I take a breath, my chest tightening. "You're not cursed," I say softly. "You're surviving." He laughs bitter low. "You don't understand, Aria. The curse isn't just mine, it's spreading. Your pack is next." Before I can reply, he steps back, the wind rising around him. His body shimmers, the edges blurring as if the forest itself is pulling him away. "Wait," I call, "Lucien." But he's gone. Only his words remain, echoing through the night like a warning from the gods. "Your pack is next." I stand there trembling, heart torn between fear and something deeper. A pull that feels ancient, dangerous, inevitable. I know I should tell my father. I know I should forget him. But the truth is I can't. Because even if he is cursed, my heart already belongs to him. Days blur into nights. Nights blur into longing. It's been 2 weeks since Lucien disappeared into the forest, and still, every time the moon rises, I find myself at the border, pretending to patrol, pretending to breathe. The pack believes I'm scouting for Nightbane activity, but the truth is, I'm waiting for him. And tonight he comes. Like smoke, he emerges from the shadows, tall, lean, eyes gold in the moonlight. My pulse quickens. My wolf stirs. The air between us feels charged, alive, as though the forest itself is holding its breath. "You shouldn't be here," I whisper, even though my body betrays me by stepping closer. He tilts his head slightly. "And yet you came first." I wanted to understand. Lucien exhales, a sound caught between frustration and surrender. "Understanding comes with a cost, Aria. Are you willing to pay it?" My voice trembles, but not from fear. "If it means knowing you, yes." For a moment, something breaks in him. His expression softens, and I see the man behind the curse, the Alpha beneath the exile. He reaches out, his hand brushing mine, and the touch sends a shock of warmth through my veins. My wolf howls inside me, restless, hungry, recognizing something ancient. He feels it too. I see it in his eyes. The bond, the forbidden one the elders whisper about. The moonbound link. "Aria," he breathes, his thumb tracing my wrist. "If this continues, it will destroy us both." "Then let it," I whisper. The forest seems to shift with my words. The wind sighs, the trees bow, and for a moment, time stands still. Then he pulls me into his arms and the world falls away. I feel his heartbeat against mine, strong, unsteady, real. It feels like coming home to a place I never knew I belonged. But even in that moment of warmth, the air grows colder. My senses prickle. Someone's watching us. Lucien senses it too. He goes tense, his grip firm but protective. A scent cuts through the air, one I know all too well. "Aria," a voice shouts from the distance, rough, commanding, unmistakable, my father. Panic floods me. Lucien's eyes flash red. "Go," he says. "No." He snarls softly, almost pleading. "If he finds us together, it's over." I nod, breath shaking, and back away. He fades into the shadows as the patrol lights break through the trees. My father bursts into the clearing, eyes sharp, nose twitching. What are you doing here alone? I heard movement, I lie quickly. I thought it was one of the Nightbane scouts. He scans the forest, nostrils flaring. You're bleeding. I glance down. Lucien's claws must have nicked my wrist when he pulled me close. The scent of my blood hangs in the air. My father stiffens. That scent, he growls, it's not ours. My heart hammers as I force a shaky smile. Probably just an animal, father. But I can tell he doesn't believe me. He signals the guards to spread out. The Nightbane are getting bold again, he says, glaring at the darkness. They won't stop until they've brought ruin to us all. As he turns away, my chest tightens with guilt, because he's wrong. The danger isn't the Nightbane. The danger is the secret burning inside me, the one that smells of smoke and storm and love I can never claim. 3 nights. That's how long I've stayed away. 3 nights since my father's patrol almost caught me at the border. 3 nights since I last saw Lucien. But I can still feel him. His energy, his scent, the pull in my chest that won't fade no matter how hard I try to bury it. I wake with his voice echoing in my head, and I fall asleep with the memory of his touch lingering on my skin. It's torture, beautiful, consuming torture. Tonight I give in. The forest seems to know my secret by now. The trees whisper, the wind carries my guilt. I slip past the guards, silent as shadow, and make my way to the border clearing. The moon is almost full, its light heavy and strange. And he's there, waiting. Lucien's back is turned to me, his posture tense. Even before he speaks, I know something's wrong. You shouldn't have come, he says quietly. Then why did you wait for me? He turns. His eyes, not gold, not red, but flickering between both, lock onto mine. The curse, he says through gritted teeth, it's changing. He takes a step closer, struggling as though fighting something inside himself. His breath comes ragged, his hands tremble. The blood moon rises in 2 nights. Each time it comes, I lose more control. I thought I could resist it, but when you're near. He stops, his voice breaking. When I'm near you, Aria, it's like the moon wants me to love you or destroy you. My chest tightens. I take his face in my hands, forcing him to look at me. You won't hurt me, I trust you. He closes his eyes, pain etched across his features. Don't. Why? Because trust, he whispers, is the one thing that curse feeds on. Before I can answer, a howl splits the night, not his, not mine, but Silverfang, my father's hunters. Lucien stiffens. They're coming. Then run with me. His eyes widen. If your father finds us together, he'll. I don't care. I grab his hand and pull him into the forest. The trees blur as we run faster, deeper, until the sounds of pursuit fade behind us. When we finally stop, we're standing at the edge of a ravine, the moonlight washing over his face. For the first time, I see the scars, jagged marks running along his collarbone, down his arm, pulsing faintly red. They burn when the blood moon draws near, he says quietly. Each one for a life I took when I wasn't myself. My throat tightens. It's not your fault. He gives a bitter laugh. Tell that to the dead. The wind howls through the ravine. I step closer, pressing my hand over his scars. His skin is hot, trembling under my touch. Then let me help you carry them, I whisper. For a heartbeat, neither of us moves. Then his control snaps. He pulls me against him, mouth crushing mine in a kiss that feels like surrender and war all at once. My heart roars. My wolf howls. The bond between us ignites, fierce, forbidden, fated. When we finally break apart, breathless, the forest is deathly still. Lucien looks past me suddenly, his expression shifting from desire to dread. We're not alone. A shadow emerges from the trees, silver armor gleaming in the moonlight. My father. Aria, he says, his voice cold, shaking with fury. Step away from him. My blood runs cold. Father, please. Do you know what that thing is? He points at Lucien, venom in every word. He's a killer, a monster. He murdered his own pack. Lucien doesn't move. His eyes glow faintly red, but his voice is calm. Not by choice. My father growls, unsheathing his blade. Enough lies. I warned the council this day would come. I step between them. He's not your enemy. My father's eyes flash, not with anger but disbelief. You're defending him. I'm saving him. The silence that follows is sharper than any blade. My father lowers his sword just slightly, studying me as if seeing me for the first time. You've been marked, he whispers. I glance down. My wrist, where Lucien once touched me, glows faintly under the moonlight. A sign, a bond. He takes a step back, horrified. What have you done? I open my mouth to speak, but the forest erupts with more howls, dozens, maybe hundreds. Nightbane wolves answering their alpha's call. Lucien's voice is heavy with warning. Go home, Aria. This is no longer just about us. Lucien. He looks at me one last time, eyes filled with pain, love, and something final. When the blood moon rises, I'll come for you, whether as a man or as the beast the curse made me. He fades into the shadows. Depends on which one wins. The blood moon rises tomorrow night. And the world feels different already, heavier, louder, as if the earth itself is holding its breath. Silverfang territory hums with tension. My father has doubled the patrols, sealed the borders, and forbidden anyone from leaving after dark. The Nightbane are moving, he warned the council. They mean to strike. But he doesn't know the truth. He doesn't know they're not preparing for war. They're preparing for him. Lucien. I haven't seen him since that night in the ravine, but the bond hasn't faded. It burns under my skin like wildfire. Every time I close my eyes, I see him, his gold eyes flickering red, his voice calling my name. And last night, I heard him in my dreams. Run, Aria. When the moon turns red, I won't be myself. If I come for you, don't let me find you. But I can't run. Not when I know he's suffering. Not when I know I'm part of this curse. I've spent all day in the old library, searching the archives for anything about the blood moon legend. Buried under centuries of dust and lies, I find it, an ancient scroll marked with the sigil of both packs intertwined, Silverfang and Nightbane. It tells a story the elders never speak of. Once long ago, both packs shared one ancestor, a woman named Lyra, a wolf who defied the moon goddess and took 2 mates, one from each pack. Her betrayal split the moon's blessing in 2. Silverfang was given light, Nightbane's shadow. Her bloodline carried the curse, 2 souls bound, one doomed to destroy the other under the blood moon. My hand shakes as I read the final line. Only the blood of both lines, reunited by love, may end the curse. That's why Lucien and I were drawn together. It wasn't chance, it was prophecy. The truth slams into me like thunder. Our love isn't a sin. It's the cure. A sound breaks my thoughts, footsteps. My door opens, and my father enters, his expression unreadable. You're quiet tonight, he says. Just thinking, I answer, closing the scroll too fast. He studies me, eyes sharp. You've been different since the blood moon neared. I can smell his scent on you, Aria. Don't lie to me. My throat tightens. Father. He slams his hand against the table. He's cursed. That bond will destroy you both. I meet his fury with calm I don't feel. Or save us. He stares at me, silent, shocked. Then his voice drops, quiet but trembling. You sound like your mother. The words slice through me. My mother died before I was born, or so I was told. What do you mean? He looks away. Your mother, she was Nightbane. The room tilts. My blood roars in my ears. He turns back, regret in his eyes. I loved her. I broke the truce to be with her, and the moon punished us both. You are the proof of that sin. Half Silverfang, half Nightbane born under the blood moon. I thought if I raised you in the light, I could keep the shadow away. The air leaves my lungs. All this time, you lied to me. I lied to protect you. I shake my head, stepping back. No, you lied because you were afraid. He tries to reach for me, but I'm already moving, running out the door into the night. The guards shout my name, but I don't stop. My wolf claws at my skin, desperate, wild. When I reach the border, the moon is already rising, blood-red, monstrous, beautiful. And there he is. Lucien stands on the cliff's edge, his body trembling, eyes glowing crimson. "You shouldn't have come," he growls. "I know," I whisper, walking closer, "but I had to." He backs away, chest heaving. "It's too late. The curse is stronger than I thought." I stop just in front of him. "I found the truth, Lucien. The curse began with love, and it can end with love." He laughs, broken. "You still believe love can save monsters?" "Yes," I say, stepping forward, "because it already saved me." He shudders, teeth bared, pain twisting his face. "Aria, please, when it takes me, run." "I won't." The sky explodes in crimson light as the moon reaches its zenith. The air crackles, thick with magic. Lucien roars, his body contorting, his veins burning with red fire. His wolf form erupts, massive and terrible, fur black as night, eyes blazing with bloodlight. He turns to me, not as Lucien, but as the beast born of the curse. My heart breaks, but I don't move. I step forward, voice shaking but sure. "You know me, even now you know me." He snarls, lowering his head, torn between instinct and memory. I reach for him, my glowing wrist meeting his muzzle. Our marks flare, merging light and shadow. The forest explodes with power. The wind screams. The blood moon pulses once, then flickers. Lucien collapses to the ground, trembling. His eyes, no longer red, but golden again, find mine. "Aria," he whispers before darkness claims him. I kneel beside him, my heart breaking and healing all at once. The curse is changing. The prophecy has begun. There's no going back now. When Lucien's eyes opened, I thought the curse was broken. For one heartbeat, he looked at me, golden eyes soft with recognition, his hand trembling in mine, and I believed the nightmare was over. But then he whispered my name like a prayer and flinched away, pain tearing through him as though something inside him was burning alive. The blood moon still glowed faintly above us, painting the forest in crimson light. And that's when I realized the curse hadn't died. It had changed. Lucien was no longer fully cursed, but he wasn't entirely free either. He could speak, move, breathe, but there were moments when his eyes flickered red, when his voice grew guttural and his body tensed as if fighting an unseen chain. Two souls trapped in one form, locked in a battle only the moon could judge. I stayed with him in the old ruins deep in the forest, where the stones whispered of ancient wars and broken vows. I cared for him through his fever, his shivers, his silence. Days passed in half-light and half-truths. He refused to eat, refused to rest. "It's spreading," he murmured one night, his voice hoarse. "The curse feeds on my control. Each time I try to hold it back, it takes more of me." I took his face in my hands, forcing him to meet my eyes. "Then let me help you carry it." He smiled weakly. "You already are." For a while, it was enough, the small warmth of shared breaths in a world gone cold. But peace never lasts long for creatures like us. The Silverfang patrols had grown restless. Scouts moved closer to the border every day. And last night, one of them saw me slipping through the trees, carrying herbs from our healer's hut. I saw the recognition in his eyes before he ran. By dawn, the forest was crawling with warriors. Lucien felt it before I did. His body went rigid, eyes burning faintly red. "They're coming for you," he said. "For us," I corrected. He shook his head. "No, for you. You broke their law, Aria. You bonded with the enemy. They'll tear your name from the pack before they even touch me." I swallowed hard. "Then we'll run." He looked at me, truly looked, and I saw the agony behind his calm. "You'd leave your world for me." "I already have." The air trembled between us. He reached out, fingers tracing my jaw, slow and reverent. "You're stronger than I ever was." Before I could speak, a horn echoed through the forest, Silverfang's war signal. Lucien's head snapped toward the sound, his wolf rising beneath his skin. "Go, now." "I'm not leaving you." He turned, half-shifted, his voice dark and rough. "If they see me like this." "Then let them," I hissed. Let them see the truth. But it was too late. The underbrush exploded, and Silverfang warriors surrounded us, blades gleaming, eyes burning with fury. At their front stood my father. "Aria Vale," he said coldly. "By the laws of the pack, you are hereby stripped of your title and exiled for consorting with the cursed." The words hit harder than any blade. "Father, please." "There is no father here, only Alpha." Lucien stepped in front of me, his growl rumbling like thunder. "If you touch her—" "Be silent, beast," my father roared. "You brought this plague upon us once, you will not do it again." Before I could stop him, my father lunged steel meeting shadow. Lucien blocked the strike, his claws clashing against silver. The forest erupted in chaos. Wolves and men collided. Magic crackled in the air. Blood hit the soil. I tried to reach them, but the world became a blur of screams and light. Lucien roared not in pain but rage, his eyes blazing crimson. The curse had him. He tore through the warriors like wind and flame. My father struck again, but Lucien was faster, until one blade found its mark. A silver dagger sank into Lucien's side. He staggered, eyes flashing gold, then red, then gold again, fighting himself, fighting fate. I screamed his name and ran to him, catching him as he fell. My father raised his sword for a final blow. "Stop," I cried, throwing myself between them. "If you kill him, you kill me too." My father froze, his blade inches from my chest, disbelief written on his face. Lucien's blood dripped down my arm, glowing faintly under the moonlight. The bond pulsed like a heartbeat, light and shadow entwined. My father's expression shifted, not anger, not hate, sorrow. He dropped the sword. "Then you are truly lost." He turned and walked away. The warriors followed, leaving the forest silent except for my sobs. Lucien stirred weakly, his voice a whisper. "You should have let me go." "Never." He smiled faintly, his hand brushing my cheek. "Then whatever comes next, we face it together." And above us, the blood moon flickered, one final warning before the storm to come. The night tastes of smoke and snow. We have been running for days, higher into the mountain spine where no pack dares to hunt. The cold cuts through my coat, but Lucien's fever burns hotter with every step. The wound from my father's dagger hasn't healed. It glows faintly silver, poison to his blood. He stumbles, and I catch him. "Rest," I whisper. He shakes his head. "If I stop, it wins." "The curse." He nods, jaw tight. "It's stronger now. I can feel it crawling through me, clawing for the surface." We take shelter in a cave that smells of moss and stormwater. I build a small fire and hold him close, my hands pressed to the wound. The bond hums between us, alive, bright, painful. When he closes his eyes, I see flashes. The blood moon, Lyra's betrayal, a woman torn between two lovers. The past is bleeding into us. I remember the scroll's words. Only the blood of both lines, reunited by love, may end the curse. "I think I know what it means," I whisper. Lucien opens his eyes, gold dull with exhaustion. "Tell me." "It needs both our blood under the goddess's light. A vow, freely given, not forced by fate." He laughs softly, bitterly. "A vow of love made to the same moon that cursed us." "Yes," I say, to remind her that love can't be owned. He studies me for a long moment. "You're not afraid I'll kill you." "I'm terrified, but I'm more afraid of losing you without trying." Outside, thunder rolls, the moon's warning. I help him stand, and together we climb to the summit. The wind howls, the clouds split, and the blood moon rises one last time, huge, red, merciless. Lucien drops to his knees, clutching his chest. "It's starting, run." I grab his face, forcing him to see me. "No running, not this time." He roars, the sound shaking the mountain. His claws burst through his skin, his eyes flicker red. I slice my palm with my dagger and press it to his chest where the silver wound burns. "Lucien Drax," I cry, "Alpha of Nightbane, son of Shadow, I give you my blood, my love, my will." The moment our blood touches, light erupts, silver and scarlet intertwining, spiraling toward the moon. Lucien's scream echoes through the valley, raw and broken. then turns to silence. The glow fades. I fall to my knees beside him, breathless. The curse mark on his body. The crimson scars begin to fade, one by one, until nothing remains but smooth skin and a faint shimmer of gold. He opens his eyes, they are clear, golden free. "It worked," I whisper, tears mixing with rain. He touches my cheek, wonder softening his voice. "You broke it." "No," I smile through tears. "We did." But the sky doesn't calm. The blood moon trembles, then splits into 1,000 shards of light. The mountain shudders beneath us. Lucien pulls me close. "The curse is ending," he says, "but it's taking the bond with it." "What?" "If the curse dies, so does the link between our bloodlines." "You mean?" He nods, pain flickering in his smile. "You'll live, Aria, but you'll forget me." I shake my head violently. "No, there must be another way." He presses a kiss to my forehead, slow, final. "Remember this, then. Even if you forget my name, your heart will always howl for mine." The light consumes us. The world goes white. When I wake, the forest is quiet. The moon is pale again, no longer red. The war between the packs is over. They call it a miracle, the night the blood moon vanished. But sometimes, when the wind shifts and the scent of storm and smoke drifts through Silverfang Valley, my heart beats faster for reasons I can't explain. I stand at the border, staring into the dark forest, and I swear I hear a whisper. "Aria." A golden light flickers between the trees. My wolf stirs. And deep inside me, something ancient smiles. The curse is gone. But the love it forged will live forever.